The world is witnessing a realignment of global powers. Nowhere is this more apparent than in the Indo-Pacific region. Here, the burgeoning defense partnership between India and the United States is reshaping the geopolitical landscape. This partnership, driven by shared concerns over China's assertive rise, marks a new era of cooperation. China's actions are the catalyst. Its expansionism in the South China Sea, border disputes with India, and growing military might have raised alarm bells in both Washington and New Delhi. This shared concern is the foundation of the growing strategic convergence between the two democracies. The India-US defense partnership is no longer aspirational. It is a reality driven by the need to counterbalance China's influence. India, with its strategic location astride the Indian Ocean's vital sea lanes, is crucial for the US vision of a free and open Indo-Pacific. India's growing economy, defense modernization efforts, and democratic values make it an ideal partner. For India, the US represents a source of advanced technology, military expertise, and strategic support. This partnership is not a formal alliance. However, it is characterized by growing trust, frequent high-level dialogues, and increasingly complex military exercises. The trajectory is clear. India and the US are moving towards a closer strategic embrace. This has significant implications for the regional balance of power and global security. One of the most significant aspects of the India-US defense partnership is the increasing level of technology transfer. This signifies a deepening of trust. It also reflects a recognition of India's growing capabilities as a defense partner. A prime example is the landmark agreement for the co-production of GE F-414 fighter jet engines in India. This deal is a game-changer. It goes beyond a simple buyer-seller relationship. It elevates India to the status of a major defense manufacturing partner. The transfer of such advanced technology underscores the US commitment to bolstering India's defense industrial base. The implications are twofold. First, it provides India with access to cutting-edge technology. This enhances its ability to produce advanced fighter jets indigenously. Second, it fosters closer industrial ties between the two countries. This creates a more interdependent defense relationship. Technology transfer is not limited to fighter jets. It encompasses a wide range of areas, including missile defense, cybersecurity, and artificial intelligence. This sharing of technology is a cornerstone of the growing strategic partnership. It is a testament to the deepening trust and shared vision between India and the US. The Indian Ocean, with its vital sea lanes connecting the Middle East, Africa, and East Asia, is of paramount strategic importance. Both India and the US recognize the need to safeguard this maritime domain. The recent acquisition of 31 MQ-9B Sea Guardian drones by India is a significant step in this direction. These advanced drones, equipped with sophisticated surveillance and reconnaissance capabilities, significantly enhance India's ability to monitor and patrol its vast exclusive economic zone. They also boost India's capacity to counter piracy, smuggling, and other maritime threats. The drones are a force multiplier. The potential for local assembly or even manufacturing of these drones in India is under discussion. This underlines the growing technological collaboration between the two countries. It also highlights the US willingness to assist India in becoming a net security provider in the Indian Ocean region. The drone deal is more than just a defense acquisition. It is a strategic move by both countries to ensure freedom of navigation. It's about securing vital sea lanes. The deal serves as a deterrent to any potential adversary seeking to disrupt the maritime order in the Indo-Pacific. The nature of warfare is evolving rapidly. Artificial intelligence, cyber warfare, and hypersonic technologies are reshaping the battlefield. Both India and the US recognize the need to stay ahead of the curve. This shared imperative has led to the launch of INDUS-X, a landmark initiative to foster joint development in next-generation defense technologies. Launched in June 2023, INDUS-X is more than just an agreement. It's a platform to bring together the best minds from both countries. Scientists, engineers, and defense companies work together to develop cutting-edge technologies. These include everything from advanced cybersecurity systems to sophisticated satellite networks. The focus on innovation is critical. It ensures that the India-US defense partnership remains at the forefront of military technology. This collaboration also helps both nations reduce their reliance on other countries for critical defense technologies. The INDUS-X initiative is a testament to the long-term vision of the partnership. It recognizes that technological superiority will be a decisive factor in future conflicts. By collaborating in defense innovation, India and the US are not only strengthening their own security, but also shaping the future of warfare. Section 5. Joint military exercises enhancing interoperability and readiness. Military exercises are the cornerstone of any strong defense partnership. They allow armed forces to train together, test interoperability, and build personal relationships. The India-US defense partnership has witnessed a marked increase in the frequency, complexity, and sophistication of joint military exercises. From the high seas of the Indian Ocean to the high-altitude terrain of the Himalayas, these exercises cover a wide spectrum of scenarios. They include naval exercises like Malabar, army exercises like Yudh-Abhyas, and Air Force exercises like Cope India. These drills involve thousands of troops, advanced fighter jets, warships, and, increasingly, realistic simulations of potential conflict scenarios. The Malabar exercise, for instance, has expanded to include Japan and Australia, transforming it into a potent demonstration of quadrilateral security cooperation in the Indo-Pacific. Similarly, recent high-altitude exercises have simulated responses to Chinese aggression along the disputed Himalayan border, highlighting the growing strategic convergence between India and the US. These exercises are not merely symbolic, they serve a vital purpose. They enhance interoperability between the two militaries, allowing them to operate seamlessly in joint operations. They also send a strong signal of deterrence to potential adversaries. The message is clear: India and the US are prepared to defend their interests in the Indo-Pacific. Section 6. Implications for regional and global security, a counterweight to China. The growing India-US defense partnership has profound implications for regional and global security. The most immediate impact is in the Indo-Pacific region, where China's assertive rise has upset the established balance of power. The partnership acts as a counterweight to China's growing influence. The US, by deepening its strategic ties with India, is able to project power in the Indo-Pacific without having to rely solely on permanent military bases. India, with its strategic location and growing naval capabilities, provides a valuable platform for the US to operate in the region. This distributed presence enhances deterrence against Chinese adventurism. Moreover, the partnership strengthens the Quadrilateral Security Dialogue, or Quad, which also includes Japan and Australia. The Quad, while not a formal military alliance, represents a growing convergence of strategic interests among the four democracies. It aims to promote a free and open Indo-Pacific, a vision that directly challenges China's hegemonic ambitions. The India-US defense partnership also has global ramifications. It reinforces the US strategy of pivoting towards the Indo-Pacific. It signals that the US is committed to maintaining its role as a security provider in the region. This has implications for other global flashpoints, potentially deterring conflict escalation. Section 7. Challenges and risks, navigating traditional alliances and political shifts. While the India-US defense partnership holds immense promise, it is not without its challenges and risks. One significant obstacle is the legacy of India's long-standing relationship with Russia. India remains dependent on Russia for a significant portion of its military hardware, including spare parts and maintenance for its existing arsenal. This dependence on Russia creates potential complications for the India-US partnership, particularly in the context of US sanctions against Russia. The US has expressed concerns over India's purchase of the S-400 missile defense system from Russia. It argues that such deals could undermine interoperability and potentially expose US technology to risks. Another challenge stems from the US's own domestic political landscape. The US Congress, historically wary of sharing sensitive technologies, might resist the transfer of certain advanced defense systems to India. Striking a balance between safeguarding US technological edge and fostering a strong defense partnership with India will require careful navigation. Political shifts and leadership changes in either country also pose potential risks. The future trajectory of the partnership will depend on the sustained commitment of both countries' leaderships. Any significant change in the geopolitical environment or domestic political compulsions could impact the momentum of this strategic convergence. Section 8. The question of commitment. Alliance or transactional partnership. A key question surrounding the India-US defense partnership is its long-term nature. Is it evolving into a lasting alliance based on shared values and mutual defense commitments? Or is it a more transactional partnership driven by converging interests in countering China? The answer is complex. The partnership currently lacks the formal structure and treaty obligations of a traditional alliance. There are no mutual defense pacts or guarantees of military support in case of an attack on either country. This ambiguity raises questions about the level of commitment each country is willing to make. For instance, it remains unclear whether the US would intervene militarily in the event of a conflict between India and Pakistan. Similarly, it is uncertain whether India would actively support the US in a crisis involving Taiwan. These are sensitive issues with significant geopolitical ramifications. However, despite the absence of a formal alliance, the depth and breadth of cooperation between India and the US suggest a relationship that is more than just transactional. The growing convergence on strategic issues, the increasing frequency of high-level dialogues, and the deepening defense-industrial ties point towards a long-term partnership. The future trajectory of the relationship will depend on several factors, including the evolving security environment in the Indo-Pacific, the domestic political dynamics in both countries, and the ability of both nations to address each other's concerns and sensitivities. Section 9. Conclusion: a strategic partnership in the making. The India-US defense partnership is a defining feature of the evolving geopolitical landscape in the 21st century. Driven by shared concerns over China's rise, this partnership is rapidly transforming from a convergence of interests into a strategic embrace. The deepening defense-industrial cooperation, the joint military exercises, and the collaboration on cutting-edge technologies all underscore the growing strategic depth of this relationship. The partnership has profound implications for regional and global security. It serves as a counterweight to China's growing influence in the Indo-Pacific, strengthens the Quad, and reinforces the US commitment to the region. However, challenges remain, including India's dependence on Russia for military hardware, potential political changes in either country, and the need to navigate sensitive geopolitical issues. Whether this partnership evolves into a formal alliance or remains a strong but less formal strategic understanding, one thing is certain: the India-US defense partnership is a force to be reckoned with. It is a partnership that will shape the future of the Indo-Pacific and beyond. As China continues its assertive rise, the world will be watching closely to see how this partnership evolves and what it means for the global balance of power.